So here we go again. Another year. Millions will be coming. Will you? What's the event about? It talks about here the memorial of Jesus Christ's death. The anniversary of Jesus' death falls on a Monday, the 14th of April 2014. After sundown, Jehovah's Witnesses invite you, your family and your friends to listen to a brief talk on that date. The talk will explain why Jesus' death is so important. As we know, all of these Jehovah's Witnesses, all approximately 8 million of them around the world, will come together to what they call a commemoration of the Last Supper and recognition of what Jesus commanded his disciples to do. Unfortunately for this 8 million witnesses, they will pass over the wine, they will pass over the bread, they will not partake of the emblems. The reason being, they're instructed not to. Along with them will be approximately, my guess, this year, another 12 million. Probably about 20 million souls sat in kingdom halls on this date, bypassing the bread and the wine, listening to a very brief discussion of what they think the Last Supper was all about. They will go through the function of listening to scriptures such as that in Luke 22, talking about keep doing this in remembrance of me. But they're doing anything but that. They are bypassing the wine and the bread. There couldn't be a more fundamental insult to our Lord Jesus Christ than having 20 million people around the world bypassing the bread and the wine, his flesh, his blood, and then having a very brief discussion before they're whisked out of the kingdom halls and before a new group attends. They are a long way from actually commemorating the real death of Jesus Christ. But what it got me thinking was that for those other 12 million that are sat there, these people comprise of disfellowshipped ones, disassociated ones, family, friends, those that have drifted away. Maybe husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, uncles, grandparents who have a Jehovah's Witness and have turned up for the day, just turned up for the hour out of respect for their loved one. But the interesting part is that for those 8 million Jehovah's Witnesses looking on at the other 12, they'll see them as nothing more than condemned people, condemned as much as those already on the outside that didn't attend the Kingdom Hall on that particular day. Why? Because they're not Jehovah's Witnesses. Why? Because they haven't gone through a book like this, Organized to Do Jehovah's Will. And on page 182, they'll go through 104 questions. Questions for those desiring to be baptized. 104 questions with maybe 3 sets of elders who will then go through with them a number of hurdles they have to jump and a number of hoops they have to jump through. At the end of that, if they're successful and the elders have had their meeting, that individual then qualifies to be a dedicated publisher of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. To other Jehovah's Witnesses, they will then be seen as somebody that has the potential to be saved at Armageddon. So that's how far the other 12 million have got to go to get through this book first. The irony is that on this particular day, this man here, Jesus Christ, had a far simpler message for those that were looking for him. His message was, come to me if you're thirsting, learn from me. I've already forgiven you. My shed blood on this night is for you as an individual. You don't have to jump over hurdles. You don't have to jump through hoops. You don't have to go through 104 questions to be a Jehovah's Witness, to understand the grace of Christ. And so when they're having, as I quote, their brief discussion on the 14th, they will not only pass over the wine and the bread, but they will miss the point entirely about what Jesus was trying to tell his disciples as an instruction for all his followers from that time on. I, for one, and my family will be taking the bread and wine. We will be praying about our Lord Jesus Christ, and we will be saying thank you for the grace he's given us. And we'll be praying for Jehovah's Witnesses to also understand one day that they too need to find Jesus Christ, and they do need to come away from an organised religion to do so. Thank you for listening.